Hello Nursery. So this time our story is called Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time there was a little girl called Little Red Riding Hood. She always wore a bright red cloak with a bright red hood. She lived with her mother in a cottage on the edge of some deep, dark woods. One day Little Red Riding Hood's mother gave her a pot of Brussels sprout soup. "Take this to your grandmother on the other side of the woods," she said. "But remember the rules of the woods." "I promise," said Little Red Riding Hood, and off she went. Skippity skip, skippity skip, skippity skip. "Oh, what a lovely day," said Little Red Riding Hood. "Good morning, Little Red Riding Hood," called the woodcutter. "Good morning, woodcutter," called Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood walked deeper and deeper into the deep dark woods. It grew darker and darker, so Little Red Riding Hood didn't see the wolf waiting for her on the path, and the wolf didn't see Little Red Riding Hood either. Little Red Riding Hood stumbled straight into the wolf. "Ow! Ow! Oof! What are you doing in the middle of the path?" asked Little Red Riding Hood. "I nearly spilled my grandmother's Brussels sprout soup." "Sprouts? Yuck! Wolves only eat juicy red meat." Little Red Riding Hood had forgotten the rule. Don't talk to wolves. The wolf was just about to gobble up Little Red Riding Hood when he had a brilliant idea. "I'll eat Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother." "And where does dear Granny live?" asked the wolf. "In the cottage on the other side of the woods," said Little Red Riding Hood. The wolf raced to the cottage and knocked on the door. Tap, tap, tap. "Come in," called Grandmother. The wolf leaped into the room and gobbled up Little Red Riding Hood's grandmother in 2 seconds flat. Bony, but not bad. Then he pulled on her cap, jumped into bed, and waited for Little Red Riding Hood. Soon there was a knock at the door. Tap, tap, tap. "Come in," snarled the wolf, as softly as he could. Little Red Riding Hood looked at her grandmother, then looked again. "Oh, Granny, what big ears you have!" "All the better to hear you with." "Oh, Granny, what big eyes you have!" "All the better to see you with." "Oh, Granny, what big teeth you have!" "All the better to eat you with." In one bound the wolf was out of bed and gobbled up Little Red Riding Hood. "Delicious," he said. Then he fell fast asleep, and as he slept he snored very loudly. "What's going on?" wondered the woodcutter. "He's eaten that poor old woman," realized the woodcutter, so he picked up some scissors. He snipped open the wolf's tummy. Snippity snip, snippity snip. Out popped Grandmother, and Little Red Riding Hood too. Quick as a flash, Little Red Riding Hood picked up some stones and piled them into the wolf's tummy. When the wolf woke up, he tried to sneak out the door. Rattle, rattle, rattle. But the stones rattled and rattled and rattled inside him. "Now everyone can hear me coming. I'll never catch anyone," cried the wolf. "Exactly," said the woodcutter. "You'll just have to eat vegetables instead," said Little Red Riding Hood. The wolf was never able to eat another person. Brussels sprout soup. As for Little Red Riding Hood, she never, ever talked to strangers again. The end. I hope you like that story.